What's up, you guys? Gorlstern back here with another analog conjurations video, and as you can see, I'm going to be talking some tapes as well as some vinyl today. And I'm glad to be finally talking some tapes again because I got some great albums that I never got a chance to share with you guys over the years. So I'm very excited to talk about that with you guys. And I've been getting more into the tape groove very recently. For a while there, I kind of didn't give tapes a lot of attention. I kind of, fell off the whole cassette buying train, but now I'm back on it, and I've been getting a lot of tapes in recent times, so I hope you guys are ready for some tape talk coming very soon. But anyways, hopefully you guys are into this little pile I have going here, so let's get started. First of all, I should say I have 5 bands for you guys today from 3 different countries: Poland, Greece, and Finland. And it's just one fucking genre today, and that is fucking black metal, just like old times, right? First one off the fucking pile, Zron with Freezing Eyes of Hate. Zron being a Polish band. Zron translates to Hoarfrost. Hoarfrost being H-O-A-R, frost. To be honest, I'm not sure what Hoarfrost itself even really means. But yeah, anyways, Zron sound, hateful, especially in this one, hateful, primitive, raw, real fucking black metal. However, Poland, if you're familiar with the Polish black metal sound, it's like very sophisticated and very distinguishable. Like you can definitely tell when a band's Polish, especially if they play black metal. But this one, I feel Zron has a very Norwegian style feel, like especially a Dark Throne feel to this album. The first few tracks sound kind of like the Necro era Dark Throne, like Transylvanian Hunger and Under a Funeral Moon, shit like that. And then the later tracks kind of sound like off of, more Panzerfaust era. But all in all, I feel like, well, let me show you guys the fucking J card first before I get really into it. Well, here's the fucking tape, same-sided. And let me show you guys the J card here. This one was limited to 333 copies. I got 158 out of 333. Released by Hex and Cave Productions. There's the EP that... the split 7 inches that are contained in this record here, or I guess this tape. There's the album artwork there, there's the track listing, and just so you know who Zron is, let me read off this little note they left for us here. Zron is Beherit and Demon. Zron is above all against the existence. Zron is above all against the existence of mankind, therefore we deny your right to live. We are always against you. The only thing you can do to satisfy us is to die. That's what you want your black metal to be, right? Fucking hateful. But yeah, anyways, as I was saying, the first 4 tracks here come from 2 different splits. The first one being Endless Conquest, and the second one being Possessed by Utter Hate, which is their first split with Kriegsmaschine. And I think that's where the songs really kind of start to, form and shape into what their sound eventually became. But yeah, like I said, the first 4 kind of don't stand out. Return to the Woods Part 1, which is the 4th track out of here, I think stands out the most out of those 4. Yeah, where this compilation really shines is the second Kriegsmaschine demo. That fucking demo, the second Kriegsmaschine split, which came out in 2006. Once Return to the Woods Part 1 ends and Beneath the Conscious Perception kicks in, you can really tell the shift in sound that Zron took. And holy shit, is it fucking great. I mean, you can definitely tell the difference in sound and the heaviness that all of a sudden hits you and just fucking blasts you in the face. But yeah, Beneath the Conscious Perception has, as the opener, is one of my favorites on here. But I think the most standout track overall in the compilation is Hate Driven, Saints Reich. That's the song I come back to the most. I always look forward to, hearing that sound. And it's the first one off of track side B. So that's always a fucking plus when your favorite track is right off the top. But yeah, Hate Driven, Saints Reich is very, very fucking raw, very evil fucking sounding, and I just fucking love it. The last EP, Mankind's Funeral, doesn't really stand out to me that much. I feel like the tracks are okay, but I think the most standout track in that one is Tumulus. I think that one really stands out in that one. And the other one, I think End of All Life is really good, but the other 2 are kind of like, in my book. But all in all, this compilation is a must-have, at least for me it was. Once I heard Zron's sound, I was very into it, especially me being a huge Dark Throne fan. I heard the influence immediately, especially off those early tracks, like I said. But yeah, very good stuff, and I know the limitation is strict, but hopefully, if you are interested in getting one, you can find a copy out there. But yeah, Zron with Freezing Eyes of Hate, give this a listen, and let me know what you think. Ooh, moving on to one of my favorite fucking albums. Now, I discovered these guys maybe back in 2014, I think 2016, like late 2016, early 2016, around there. But I am fucking glad that I finally get to talk about these guys because, like I said, this album has been with me through some rough times to some great times. But, you know, when I listen to it during those rough times, it really helped me, man. Like, this album really fucking helps if you're angry at the world, if you're feeling fucking just nihilistic, because that, I mean, it's aptly named. And this is Human Serpents, The Gradual Immersion in Nihilism. Fucking perfection, man. This is Greek black metal. The way to explain their sound, they're very misanthropic sounding. Well, the lyrical themes are misanthropic. They're very melancholic sounding at some point, especially the untrodden paths. The untrodden paths. I can't even speak today. God, sorry, you guys. It's been a long day. Well, I should say, these shelves are new, so I pretty much spent all day, you know, putting them together and reorganizing my entire music room. So I'm kind of like wiped out right now. But anyways, thanks for sticking around. I know I'm pretty fucking babbling on and fucking boring you guys. But anyway, Human Serpent, Gradual Immersion in Nihilism. Yeah, like I was saying, the Untrodden Paths, that song is fucking powerful to me, man. Especially when he gets to the part where it's like, sorrow is only a heart. Yeah, the vocalist X, like he really got into the fucking vocals, and you can really feel the emotion coming out and just pouring out of that fucking voice of his. And I feel like the riffs, I don't know if there's a melancholic scale out there in guitar, but these guys really hit it off. Like every song sounds angry, but it has that sort of melancholic tone to it, which I fucking love. The Untrodden Paths, of course, like being my favorite, and another one that's very angry sounding, Anti-Human Propaganda. That, when I first heard that shit, fuck, man, it just, I could not fucking believe what I was fucking hearing. Yeah, this album, I think, was a very breath of fresh air at that point. I had not really heard anything like this album at that time. And yeah, man, when I heard that song, Anti-Human Propaganda, especially, how does that fucking part go? I fucking forgot how that fucking chorus goes. But yeah, man, listen to this fucking record. You will not fucking regret it. This is Human Serpent, double-sided. Tracks 1 through 4 in the first, 1 through 4 to the side A, 5 to 8 on side B. The limitation on this was also very strict. I got 165 out of 300. And the track listing here, let me show you the J card. Two-man band on this one, X and I. There's the guys there, the silhouette picture, very black metal, if I should say so myself. There's the track listing. There's the great, just dissonant, you know, unsettling artwork. I fucking love that artwork. Yeah, there's a limitation there. And there's the liner notes. X, yeah, the vocalist for this band, and also took over the guitar and bass duties. Unfortunately took his own life last year. Apparently he hung himself, according to the Metal Archives, which is a fucking shame. It fucking sucks, because I mean, this music is just, like I said, it's, you can hear the emotions in this song. He really put, I think, his heart and soul into this fucking band, because it's written very well, the music is at least, and it just hooks you in instantly. And the drumming, again, I think all the bands that I'm going to talk about today have very just stellar drumming. Like, it's not just blast beats all the time. It's fills here, fills there, technical part here, and also just very mid-pace stuff, which I fucking love. Yeah, man, but, you know, Gradual Immersion in Nihilism, if you haven't heard it, if you've never heard Human Serpent, and you're just getting into them now, sure, it'll be posthumously, but you will not regret it. I mean, this album has been, I've been through so much with this album, and it's helped me through some rough times, so I think that's why I kind of feel very connected to it as well. Yeah, like I said, I was obsessed with it for a while, so give it a listen. And also, this is not the only copy I have of this record. This is another run. Well, actually, it's the only run this tape had. But this one, if you could see there, has an etching. I forgot what the limitation on these etched shells were. This is number 18 out of 300. I think it was just a small number of tapes that had this. Maybe, I want to say 50. It's the same insert and everything, same tape, but just, you know, with the that etching on the fucking shell there. So yeah, very glad to have, you know, 2 copies of this record that I fucking love. I haven't really done research on if there's. I think there's other formats to get this record now. I mean, I've been out of touch as far as Human Serpent releases go. I did get their most recent record on vinyl very recently, so I can't wait for that to come in and to talk about it. So yeah, hopefully, if you haven't heard Human Serpent, you do, because you will not regret it. And now let's talk some more Human Serpent. This is their second album, Inhumane Minimalism. Still the same, very nihilistic sound, very angry sound, but a little more refined, a little cleaner production. But that shouldn't throw you off at all, because there's some fucking bangers in this one. And I don't know if you guys have ever heard a song, and whenever you hear a riff, it's so fucking heavy and groovy, you kind of make this face like, yeah, like that. Messiah for Parasites, the second track off this record, always makes me do that, man. That song is fucking heavy as fuck. And again, X's vocals are very, very fucking great. That guy's vocals, I can't do no wrong. I mean, you can always hear the emotion in his fucking vocals. And Trees of Flesh for sure is another one where you can hear the aggression. There's a lot of grunting in that fucking song, and the fucking song, which I always look forward to hearing. But I think for sure, Starving Void Upon Earth for sure has got to be my favorite one. That always stands out to me. I think also because it has a lot of mid-pace beats, which I really love when black metal bands do that. Like, anytime a black metal band does that, guaranteed I'm gonna like it. But yeah, let me show you guys the tape here. A little cleaner tape here, a little more professionally done. I don't know what the limitation was on this one. This one isn't numbered. But yeah, you can even feel the quality of it. It's just like cleaner and just like a little lighter. Just, more well done. But yeah, Human Serpent. Inhumane Minimalism, their second effort, just as good as fucking Gradual Immersion and Nihilism. I see nothing wrong with these records, really. Another great one you can listen to here, Funeral Grimness, is the best one off of side B, I think. But yeah, Starving Void Upon Earth has got to be the best song off this record, at least in my opinion. Messiah for Parasites has got to be my, I guess, number 3 in that list. But yeah, man, overall, Human Serpent, I mean, they're just fucking amazing. What can I say? Every listen I, go through this fucking record, I just love them even more. So, can't wait to get their, newest record, or at least newest full length on vinyl. Yeah, especially after X's death. Like, I mean, it really sucks, man, because these guys, had a sound that was very unique, at least in my book. And I know the first record was mixed in Poland, but for some reason I just feel like it has a very kind of Polish feel sometimes. I don't know if that's just me, but yeah. Some of the best Greek black metal I've ever heard. Get your hands on it if you still can. Human Serpent, Inhumane Minimalism. Give it a listen. I can't even talk. Inhumane Minimalism. All right. Last tape off of here, another Polish band, and fuck, my standout tape in this pile, for me at least. I fucking love this fucking record. It's haunting, it's evil, it's fucking crazy heavy, and it's very foreboding sounding. This is Martva Ora, which translates to Dead Aura, and this is Contra Mundi, Contra Vitae, which is Latin for Against the World, Against Life. More aura, again, like I said, very angry sounding and just very mid-paced, but they also have some speed. Every song on here is called Meditatia, which translates to meditation. And it's 6 songs, each about 6 minutes in length each. I think the most standout tracks on these has definitely got to be the first track, the second track, and number 4, which I think is the title track because it has Contra Mundi, Contra Vitae in the lyrics. But yeah, man, track 4 has some of the best fucking riffing I've ever heard. Let me show you guys the tape here. Mortwara, again, being a Polish band, and very much in the Polish style, very sophisticated, though very primitive sounding. The drumming is out of this fucking world in this record. I fucking love it. But yeah, this one, again, very, very strictly limited to 150 copies. There you go. I got 36 out of 150. And there you can see the track listing there, Meditatia 1 through 6. There's a J card with all the lyrics on there. All in Polish, so it really doesn't do me any good. Also, Polish friends, if I'm mispronouncing any of these words, apologies in advance. But yeah, man, if it's one country I look for quality black metal, it's Poland. And I know I've talked about 2 Greek bands, 2 Greek releases and 2 Polish releases. But yeah, man, like I said, Poland definitely guaranteed. If it's black metal, it's gonna be fucking good. And with bands like Migwa, Mart Waorda, Plaga, Furia, a bunch of fucking black metal bands out there that are from Poland, guaranteed are gonna be fucking good. And I can't wait to see what else fucking comes out of that country, because every time that that country releases an album, I'm fucking swept away, So Mart Waorda is another good one, another great one that I'm pretty sure I bet that you'll fucking like this, especially track 4. Listen to that one. But the opener really just is gonna hook you in instantly, so I'd say you just give it a full fucking go. Start from track 1 all the way to track 6. Through track 6. Also, what really stands out about this album is the vocals. I feel like they're kind of dissonant. They're kind of in the distance, but in the mix very well, if that makes any sense. It's kind of like a ghost is just singing for this band, which is fucking awesome. Mart Waorda is, I think, a 4-piece band. Yeah, I don't know the band members' names that well, but Mart Waorda, fucking great. I know they released a new album very recently, but I have not heard that one. I kind of want to blind buy it to see what I think about it. But yeah, nothing is wrong with this record at all. I really love this debut album. It's one that I fucking listen to very often. So please get your hands on it. Mart Waorda with Contra Mundi, Contra Vitae. Let me know what you think. All right, so that's it for the tapes. Let's get on to some vinyl. Talking about Drawn once again, and this is the Purifying Flame of Annihilation. And this was actually released as the Purificating Flame of Annihilation, which, if you guys are familiar with the English language, purificating is not a word. But, of course, it was fixed for the reissues, which is this one here. This one also had a strict limitation. This is strictly limited to 300. I have 247, or no, I think that's 241. I'm not really familiar with the way the numbers are in Europe, but I think that's 241. Friends in Europe, please let me help me clarify that. But yeah, Drawn. This is their debut full length. Again, this is where they really found their sound. Very hateful, very Polish sounding, but still with that very subtle hint of Norwegian kind of Dark Throne Panzerfaust style, which is fucking awesome. The album really gets started in track 4, which is Forgotten Paths. That's the one that really stands out to me, and side A. But I mostly start with side B with this album, especially because of The Edge of Autumn. My favorite song on this fucking record. It's so fucking great. And The Vision of the Coldest Hatred, that's very aptly named because it's the most hateful sounding song on this fucking record. The Night of Our Retribution, a great fucking closer. But yeah, let me show you guys the rest of the record here. There is the front cover there. Can't even tell what that is there. There's a track listing, and that's a very, very apt description there. Terroristic black metal out of Poland. Very great. Comes with a little booklet here. Always slides out. Some fucking lyrics in here. Very awesome release, and I'm very fucking glad I fucking got my hands on this way back when, because I don't think you can really find this one that easy. Get it on eBay, motherfuckers, if you guys know that. Shout out to the devils who got that reference. But yeah, here's the labels here on each side on very fitting black vinyl. But yeah, man, I love Drawn sound. I really can't get enough of these guys. I need to get more of their material. I've listened to more of their material, and it's just as fucking good. Especially that second Krieg Machine split they did. That one for sure I have to get my hands on. I fucking love that fucking. I think that's my favorite material they've ever done. Those 6 songs on there, fucking great. But yeah, Drawn, Purifying Flame of Annihilation. If you can find it, get it, because it's very hard to find now, kids. So yeah, get it if you can. Let me know what you think. If you've never heard it, Drawn. Again, translating to Hoarfrost. If you know what that is, let me know as well. All right, moving on to one of the best bands, I think, in very recent time. These guys formed in 2014. They are from Finland, and they came out with an album last year, which is a very unconventional black metal release. Now we'll get to why in a second. This is Morgul's Nightmare Lord. If you've never heard Morgul, if you've never heard this fucking full length, it's not just strictly black metal, you guys. I hear hints of fucking black thrash in there. I hear some heavy metal in the fucking Merciful Fate style. I hear, of course, just pure black metal, and sometimes a mix of all of them, man. I mean, in songs like Death Vortex, that's a very catchy song, man. And if they ever play that song live, I can see the fucking crowd singing along to it. And it has a very, again, heavy metal feeling, man. I don't know. A very heavy metal style, I mean, and a very heavy metal feel to it. That's what I wanted to say. But yeah, let me know if you guys agree with that, because this album is just very unique in that way that it's very unconventional, and I cannot just strictly call it a black metal album. But there is pure black metal songs on this one, especially the opener, Golden Son of Satan, and I think Nightmare Lord is their very black metal sounding songs. But my favorite song, for example, Flaming Mouth of Baphomet, has a very distinct single note riff that always stays stuck in my head and just always stands out to me. And the instant I heard it, I'm like, oh my fucking god. But this whole album, really, it surprises the shit out of me every time I hear it. I mean, every time you hear it, there's something new that just stands out. And given that this album came out in 2021, and I feel like it's such a fresh take on the sound, gives me hope for the future, because it's very hard to stand out, especially in black metal, I feel like nowadays with bands. Like, they kind of just mesh together, but these guys definitely do stand out in the crowd, and their sound, you know, will justify that fucking for sure. I think my third out of my top three has got to be Extermination, Death, Penetration. When I first listened to that song and it just got done, it ends with side B. I mean, it ends side A. And when I heard it all through, you know, from top to bottom, and it fucking ended, the first words I uttered were, how the fuck did they write that? Literally. I think this whole album in general, it's like, how the fuck did they write that? And here's the guilty party here. I'm still learning these guys' names. Lord Warmoon, which is Dark Hell Voice, Total Abyssic Thunder, SS Exiler, with the responsibilities being Barbaric Coffins, Bestial Holocaust, and Crusher, Pure Chainsaw Execution. I love when fucking bands do this. Really reminds me of the old Exhumed days and shit, when they describe their fucking responsibilities the same way. There's a fucking badass gatefold, satanic ass black metal from Finland. Yeah, like I said, overall it's black metal, but yeah, man, if you guys call this strictly black metal, you're wrong. There's just no way. But yeah, man, this one comes in standard black vinyl. Fucking beautiful. Let me show you guys the lyric sheet here with a collage of pictures, which I always love to see there. Fucking awesome, man. But yeah, dude, this album, I still cannot get enough listens out of it. I think I'm still gonna fucking keep listening to this record for years to come. I mean, obviously, but I think very, very often. Because I tell you, the instant I heard it, it was just a blast of just fucking holy shit. That's literally what it was. And, you know, released on Werewolf Records here. Go. Distributed by Hell's Headbangers in the US, of course. Thank you, Hell's Headbangers. But this is not the only copy of this fucking fascinating record. Fantastic fucking record. Phenomenal record. I can't say enough good things about this. Go check out those 3 tracks that I just listed for you, but listen to it in its entirety, because every fucking song on here is fucking good. It's fucking amazing. And every song is different. No song sounds the same on here. They have the same, you know, general sound, but... And just look at that logo, man. Just look at the aesthetic of this fucking record. Yeah, Nightmare Lord, fucking great. Yeah, that title track is so fucking good as well. But yeah, like as I was saying, not the only copy of this record I have. This is what I originally bought. And why? You'll see in a second. Look at this fucking splatter, you guys. Come on, man. Look at that. However, this sounds like shit. The first, I wouldn't say 30 seconds of each side are fucking scratchy as shit. You can still hear the music, you can still hear everything, but it's scratchy as fuck. Now, I was thinking of sending Hell's Headbangers an email for a replacement, but I kind of just want to keep it, because honestly, I can look past those 30 seconds, and also I already have it in my hands. I don't want to send it back and, you know, maybe it, you know, sells out by the time, you know, it gets back to Hell's, and I don't get to have this copy again. So I'm just going to deal with it. But I really just had to have a clean copy. The standard black copy plays beautifully, so I'm fucking satisfied about that. But even then, it was cut really weird. I don't know if you can see there the jagged edges there, which kind of sucks. I don't know if those of you who own this variant also have this problem too. Man, I just have luck with fucking defective copies, man. I swear to God. But yeah, like I said, I'm going to keep this because I love this album so much. I actually just bought it on CD recently. I'm eventually going to get the tape. I even bought a fucking long sleeve. I adore this fucking record, man. I cannot stop listening to it. It's so fucking great, man. It's very, like I said, just unconventional. Like, I feel like I haven't really heard anything like this ever. And yeah, like I said, the fact that they have different elements in their music just makes this stand out all the more. And I'm pretty sure it's going to become an instant classic. For those of you who have not heard it, I implore you to do so as fast as possible. I also have their mini LP that they released a few years back coming on the way, so get ready to hear about that. But yeah, anyways, again, listen to, for sure, Flaming Mouth and Baphomet. Death Vortex, I think, has got to be my second one, and Extermination Death Penetration has got to be number 3. But all in all, perfect fucking record, nothing wrong with it. So get your hands on it. And if you got this variant, let me know if you had problems with it too, and if it's cut really weird like mine as well. I find that's really weird. But yeah, not mad at it at all. I'm still gonna listen to it, and you know, I have 2 fucking copies of it, so all the more reason to fucking listen to it more often. So yeah, Morgul, Nightmare Lord, fucking amazing. Get your hands on it. All right. For the last one, another that was strictly limited. I don't think it's numbered though. To 300 copies. Another Polish band. One of my favorites, but I don't know how to explain this sound. Again, Poland has a very sophisticated black metal sound, but these guys, are very experimental and just, I don't know how to explain it. This is Odraza with Esperal Mtikani. Odraza translates to disgust, and Esperal Mtikani translates to woven Esperal. Esperal is a medication apparently that is used to treat alcohol addiction. So you can already tell what, you know, the theme of this fucking album is. Just, again, nihilistic, depressive, and just angry. Very angry sounding, this record. Comes in standard black here. But yeah, this was a blind buy. Well, not really a blind buy, because I saw it, I want to say I bought this at Hell's Headbangers. I bought this years ago, guys, so I really don't remember. I think they may have stocked it. I'm really not sure. But yeah, once I saw the cover, you know, I was like, oh, okay, oh, Poland, okay, black metal, okay, I'm going to listen to this. So once I did, man, first song I listened to translates to Let It Happen, which I'm not even going to try to pronounce the the actual Polish titles here. But yeah, the first track, Let It Happen, another song that made me, when I heard the riff, made me go, that fucking main riff, you guys, fuck, heavy and very fucking groovy. Especially to be in a fucking Polish, you know, black metal album. Like, that's very, very rare to hear that, especially in Polish black metal, like I was saying. Wielki Mizogin, which is the second track off here, features a different vocalist. He's the lead vocalist off of one of the band members' side projects. The band members being Stravbogin and Priest, I think that's what they called. Yeah, I kind of always forget their names. Yes, Stavrogan and Priest. Yeah, for sure. 2 guys here. But yeah, like I said, in that second track, it's a very black thrashy song on there, and different vocals, which has a very different feel to it. I kind of wish, I don't know if Priest or Stavrogan does the vocals. I always forget. But I kind of wish that they had done vocals on that, at least a little bit. Because not that I don't like that guy's vocals, but, you know, I really love the way the vocals sound in this one. And again, to the very angry sound in this record, Goritz, I think that's how you pronounce it, track 5, which translates to bitterness. Easily the angriest fucking sounding song on this record, and my fucking favorite. I think it's got to be my fucking favorite. Or no, actually, I think Let It Happen is my favorite. Also, I think the most experimental tracks on here, Prog, which is Threshold, that's what it translates to, track 6, and the title track is Esperal Mtikani. Those songs are very black metal sounding, but there's also some acoustic parts in there that when you're listening to them and you're really into the song, you kind of forget you're listening to a black metal album, because they're just so, they come out of nowhere, first of all, and they're very melancholic, sure, but they also just kind of take you on a very different journey, and you just enjoy it so much. To put it this way, I mean, if you're listening to the record, you're kind of bobbing your head, you're kind of, you know, going like this, and then when those parts come in, you can't help but go like, just close your eyes and take them in. Like, that's the journey this album takes you on. And I think also the best way to describe this album is, if you're ever descending into madness, like, this album for sure is the soundtrack to that descent to madness. Like, it's, like I said, very angry, depressive at sometimes, heavy, fast, and then again, those weird little clean parts that just come out of nowhere and then just fits so fucking well. The musicianship, you know, is hit out of the park in this one, especially with Brog and Goritz. The last track for sure also takes you on a journey, ends on a very somber note, which is pretty much the whole feeling of this record is somber. But yeah, overall, very awesome fucking shit out of Poland. Let me show you guys the rest of this shit here. I don't know if I showed you guys the other side of the lyric sheet there. Lyrics in Polish again, which I cannot read, so there you go. But yeah, Odraca again translates to disgust. And yeah, this fucking sound is very disgusting in the most positive way possible. That's, you know, the best way to mean it. Very disgusting riffs, fucking amazing. Yeah, one of my favorite fucking records. That's why I saved it, you know, for last. I feel like this is the most standout one in this little pile. And this record, I feel like, doesn't get a lot of attention. I know their most recent record that came out kind of got you know, I kind of heard a lot about that one. I still haven't heard it myself, but I heard a lot of good things. And I think that one's way more popular than this one ever was, or I never really heard anyone talk about this record ever. But yeah, this one again was limited to 300. I think the vinyl was at least. So if you ever see it, get it. You will not regret it. I fucking love Odraca. And like I said, haven't heard their most recent album, but I'm going to blind buy it because no doubt I think these guys are not going to disappoint me at all, because this album is just very experimental, very unique in its own way. And Polish is all hell. So yeah. All right, you guys, that's it for this little pile. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that vinyl tape update. Like I said, I'm going to be talking some more tapes soon, so hopefully you guys stick around, and I'll see you guys next week. Let me know what you guys think of the comments. Hopefully you guys got some new listens out of this one as well. Coral Stern signing out. See you guys.